Welcome back to Game Points. We're here till 8 o'clock tonight. I am Matthew Ross. We have Mo Khan in studio. Stefano Micella helping us out. And Marco Polo on the board. No. All right. Where was I before I got shot in the back? Yes. We're going to talk to Montreal Alouettes momentarily here on the program. However, right now it's time for the Tweet 10 list. Now, we've tinkered with the formula of the Tweet 10 list. So, we used to do a drum roll between each number on the Tweet 10 list. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Boy, you're just trigger happy today, aren't you? So now we'll just save that for number one, really build up number one. No, we don't need any more. So, for the love of Pete.
Can we play Benny Hill?
No, we're not playing Benny Hill. Can you think of another way to make the show more like a joke?
Well, no.
Is there a possible way?
I just noticed that Steph Micella has a little more...
Do you want to play some Milli Vanilli, maybe? Is that the only other way to do it?
Just to explain my thought here, I mean, Steph has had a little more oomph in his Tweet the Top 10 list with the Benny Hill background music.
First of all, it's called the Tweet 10 list, not the Top 10 list.
Well, I call it the Top 10 list here.
Well, that's part of the problem. Not, we have a script here that I hand to you at 5:59 every show that you don't look at.
I would prefer 10 minutes before the show, if possible.
When did you show up exactly, Mo Khan? Well, I would say, 5:58 and a half?
Well, the parking was very difficult to...
Can you knock off the Milli Vanilli? I'm losing control of this show now.
All right, Tweet 10, here we go.
No, we're not... I can't do a segment with Milli Vanilli in the background. You kidding me? Oh, God. Blame it on the rain, really? Is it sad that I know most of the words to this song?
It either shows your age or you're a huge fan of them.
All right. Can you shut... I'm begging you. Marco, please lower that. You can bring it out later on. All right? You can reserve the right to... Thank you. He's fading it out. All right. Stefano Micella, Tweet 10 list tonight is what topic?
The Tweet 10 real reasons Rex Ryan lost his temper.
All right. The Tweet 10 real reasons that Rex Ryan... lost his temper. Of course, he had a press conference recently when Mark Sanchez got hurt. Following the game, he was asked why he brought in Mark Sanchez at such a late juncture of the game in preseason. He kind of lost it a little bit. So here we go. The Tweet 10 reasons why he really lost it. Number 10.
The post-game grub was average at best.
Number 9.
He longs for the days of Brett Favre.
Ah, yes. Don't we all? Number 8.
His feet were sore.
No, don't go there. Come on. Number 7.
No one showed up to his Breaking Bad party.
Number 6.
He's auditioning for next year's Hard Knocks.
Number 7. Excuse me. Now I'm going backwards.
Number 5.
Number 5. Thank you. Milli Vanilli in the brain now.
He had a big chocolate stain on his shoe. Nothing gets chocolate out.
Number 4.
He wasn't invited to the MTV TMAs in Brooklyn.
Number 3.
Joe Namath tried to kiss him.
Oh, thank you for that mental picture. Number 2.
Fireman Ed kept driving when he saw his house on fire.
And the number 1 real reason Rex Ryan was mad at his recent post-game.
He coaches the Jets.
No.
Now,
no, I mean, this is just...
No, I do have one.
I can't even focus.
I do like to throw a flag on one of his...
Okay. Fireman Ed, by the way, a famous Jet fan who always wears the helmet.
Who originally was a Dolphin fan, by the way. He brought up the Brett Favre angle, right? But Rex Ryan did not coach Brett Favre. It was Eric Mangini that coached Brett Favre.
That's true.
So yes, but Rex Ryan did try to recruit Brett Favre.
Ah, very nice retort. Can you shut off the Milli Vanilli, please?
Yeah, Fireman Ed.
That's why Rex Ryan was so upset. He chose the Vikings over him.
Fireman Ed was originally a Dolphin fan, only became a Jet fan, I think in mid 75.
Thank you. I appreciate the update on Fireman Ed. All right, let's talk some Montreal Alouettes here on the program, as the Alouettes are not in action until September 3rd. However, certainly a big victory, 3-5. I had somebody pessimistically writing me a tweet earlier, talking, I referenced the boat with the Montreal Alouettes and their party today, and the the gentleman that wrote back to me was Habs_Lucky Charm, saying it's how apropos because it's a sinking ship. Well, I don't look at it that way. I mean, they're 3-5, sure, but boy, Marco's all about the music in the background today, huh? 3-5, coming off a win, nearly pulling off a victory on the road without Anthony Calvillo in Saskatchewan. That was a pretty, almost a pretty large feat. And then recently blowing that game a few weeks ago, with the lead against Calgary. So between those three performances, it gives you a lot of hope that things could turn around now. And, they're 3-5 in the CFL. I mean, you may as well be 5-3. I mean, most teams make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, look, right now the Owls are on course to finish 9-9 if you want to do a projection, right? Whereas 3 weeks ago we thought they'd be a 3-15 team at that point. But, you look at their month of September. The key for them will be the back-to-back games against Toronto early on. They play Toronto on the tradition unlike any other next Tuesday night, and then they play them right afterwards on the Sunday afternoon in Montreal. Then you have Saskatchewan, at Vancouver, then at Hamilton and Moncton on a short week here. So really, there is no margin for error whatsoever in the next 5 weeks because, again, if the Owls were to lose, say hypothetically speaking, the 3 East games, Hamilton, Toronto twice, that could definitely sever any chance of them winning first, if not second place. They have to go at least 3-2 in the month of September. 4-1 would be phenomenal. Puts them back in range to be a team that can win the East. And let's not forget, Ricky Ray most likely could be out for next Tuesday and could be out for the following game as well. So if he's out for the next 2 games against the Alouettes, that could be an advantage for the Owls going into those 2 matchups.
Game points here on TSN 690. Now, Tanner Marsh was on the program with the guys in the morning today, and, getting a little bit of a celebrity status now. I mean, is he a guy, based on what you know about him from college and everything with the Alouettes, Mo, that he's a guy who can handle this limelight and the pressure?
Well, this isn't the Dallas Cowboys here.
But it's a big city.
It is. I think in what you're implying, of course, obviously following the footsteps of Anthony Calvillo if he does come back this year. When you look at Tanner Marsh, I did state last week that he reminded me of Brett Favre. He actually reminds me more of Tony Romo when he watched the game film. And this is a guy, look at Romo's skill sets. Romo can throw 3 INTs, but he can win you a game with his style of play. And that's the exact same comparison that I can think of when it comes to Tanner Marsh. Now, going into the second game, if he does get the start next Tuesday, is he has to make completions. He can ill afford to do what he did against BC and get away with the victory because there's no way in hell that could happen again if that was a scenario presented to the team as a whole. But for Tanner Marsh, develop the chemistry with the receivers. S.J. Green, if Brandon Lennon comes back in the lineup next Tuesday, develop a rapport with him. Arlen Bruce, it's there already. Eric Deslauriers, it's almost there with him. Brandon Whitaker, could come back in the lineup either next Tuesday or in the following game against Toronto on the Sunday afternoon. So all it is for him right now is repetitions, coming in early, first one in, last one out at the Big O to look at film, see what the tendencies are for the Toronto Argonauts defense. And if he can figure it out early and apply the game plan to success, this may be a difference maker for the Alouettes moving forward.